plant something, you're not going to eat that today, right? But when, 2022 rolls around, 2023 rolls around, you're going to wish you put something in the dirt, right? Something's going to grow out of there. So it's really important to lay a brick. Talk about this illustration I've put together.
Okay.
And pretty much it's the breakdown of what the Roman Empire is. And now we have two individuals. And let's call these individuals now. The guy to the right is going to be Jim. We'll call him Jim. Now the guy on the left, his name's going to be, I don't know, Johnny? We'll go with Johnny?
Yeah,
all right, Johnny. So we got Jim on the right. We got Johnny on the left. Now, Jim on the right, he has a job. Now, in the middle, you see that you have the Roman Empire. Now, the Roman Empire is where you work. That's at the right, at the very top. That's where you work. That's your place of work. Now, you're an employee for the Roman Empire. So you work for Caesar, essentially. Now, you work for money in exchange for time. So you're giving the Roman Empire your time, which is valuable. You can't get more of it in exchange for a profit. Now, Jim on the right, though, when he makes his money, he's got to give his money to his house, which might belong to the bank, as you see there at the right. And he's going to have to give his money to his car, which also might be owned by the bank, right? And then he's got to, if you got a partner, you got to be able to take care of your significant other, or, whoever else you may have in your household, grandma, etc.
Correct.
And then children don't eat stones, right? So
got to pay for them Happy Meals, man.
Right. So Jim now must keep this job. He has no choice because everything is dependent upon staying in the Roman Empire as an employee.
Correct.
So if you look here, underneath children and up, you've got future. His future and the future of his children and all the things that he has relies upon what again? It's all going in one direction, the Roman Empire. His well-being relies upon what? The Roman Empire, once again, is where he works. His confidence at the end of the day, because if he loses his job, his confidence, well-being, and future are going to be destroyed, or definitely up for grabs. Yeah. Right? So all these things rely on one thing, his job. He is too dependent upon this place. If he loses his job, essentially, with the way this is displayed here, he loses his life. Yeah. We all have to have a job. We all have to work for the Roman Empire. But what I'm saying here is we don't want to be like Jim. We want to move over and be like Johnny over here.
So what you're saying is it's bad to structure your life around a job to where that's your only source of income. That's your way of living and surviving.
Absolutely. Because the job at any point in time can say what? Bye-bye.
You're fired.
You're gone, right? Yeah. It could be because the economy got hit and they just can't keep everybody. It could be because you've been calling into, it could be a number of things, right? Yeah. And you just have to ask yourself and evaluate yourself and ask honest questions to say, if they fired me today, am I in trouble? Yeah. We have to make an honest self-assessment here. If my job fires me tomorrow, am my family, are we in trouble? Is the car going back? Is the house going back? Am I going to get kicked out of this apartment? Am I going to have to move back in with whoever?
Yeah, I think the answer for a lot of people is yes.
Yes, exactly. So now let's look at Johnny on the left-hand side over here. Okay. Right? Depending on where this is going to be sitting up on the screen. But Johnny on the other side, he's working, same company, the Roman Empire, but he's working for a limited time. Right? Whereas Jim over here is working. He has no time limit as far. He's going to work until he drops or they get rid of him. Right? Which makes him what? A professional bill payer. Correct. Nothing else. Right? And he's a professional bill payer to whom? The bank, the bank who may own the car company, the dealership. Right? He's a slave to these things, and it's a cycle which he or she can't get out of. On the other side, though, Jim, I think we named him. Johnny was John. Okay, Johnny that we've named him. He's working for the same empire, but for a limited time. So what is he getting out of the Roman Empire? He's getting money and he's getting ideas, because while he's there, he's paying attention. How does this business work? I see my management. How do they behave? What are they doing? What does it take to run this company? He's taking in information as much as he can because he knows I don't want to do this forever. And I also know they can cut the strings to me at whenever they want.
At any point.
At any point. So I have to take as much information as I can, and I have to utilize my money to the best of my ability. So Johnny over here, he gets his money and he starts to invest in a plan A. right? Or a plan, period, right? And that plan could be anything, it could be a lemonade stand. It could be, anything, right? And if you don't know what you want to do at this point, which is fair, a lot of people don't know what they want to do, save, prepare for an opportunity that will one day come to you. Right. So when he invests in a plan, invest in stock, invest in whatever business plan, he's able to over time use that plan A to provide for his family, right? His kids, his partner, his home, his car, and the bank. So he's using another company to pay for his way of living, right? As he starts to use more of that money to invest in that plan A, and that plan A grows, well, let's say that he opens up another one to the left here, which is an investment, right? So that one has 3 pillars, right? He's going to grow. The more you're saving your money, the more you acquire this information from the Roman Empire, you can start to now kind of replicate what you're seeing at work by asking the right questions. Hey, where do I need to go?